Welcome to Mainland Television Regional News. I'm Chrissy Small, and in today's news we say goodbye to Motueka bluesman, cosmetic company joins anti-seabed mining campaign, and Crippled Children's Society unveiled, plus more. Nelson is set to receive an independent airline to cover travel to smaller regions. Ewan Wilson isn't giving up hope that Second Time Lucky will ring true in his latest venture to bring a regional airline to operate out of Nelson Airport. After the failure of his first airline, Kiwi Air, 20 years ago, Ewan is more determined to begin again by making Nelson a pilot and crew hub for his latest airline business, promising in total 20 airline jobs for the area. Officially, the airline was launched in February with plans for regular 7-day-a-week flights between Nelson and Queenstown, Palmerston North, Hamilton and Tauranga. Wilson sees Nelson as a vital crossover point with the airline, with both its aircraft flying over the region each day. The business is expected to take flight later this year or early next year, with their service inspired by Air New Zealand's decision to end a number of regional services from the end of April. The weather cleared right on cue for the Crippled Children's Society Disability Action unveiling of its 80th year timeline information panels, showing the organisation's history outside its office in Nelson last Friday. Many past members of this charitable administration were present for this event, with some going back 20 years, and were extremely pleased to be able to attend this celebration. Barbara Gold, who is the Nelson branch team leader, talked to Graham O'Brien about some of the history that is on the panels.
Barbara, great turnout today. The panels look fantastic there. Can you give us a little bit of background on where CCS came to and got to at this point now?
Well, we started, as I've just said, 80 years ago, and this was from the Rotary Organisation National Conference, where a directive was sent out to each of their branches to set up an office in the local area for Crippled Children's Society to address the issues of children experiencing polio. And the organisation grew from that. In those days, polio was the key disability that was being worked with. Since then, we have added in absolutely every disability, every age group, and offer services to support people through every stage of their life. It's been an exciting journey, and I'm thrilled at the turnout today, and I hope people will actually come and stop and read those panels.
Thanks, Barbara. On behalf of the community, thanks very much for the work that you do, and keep it up.
Thank you. Pleasure. Go CCS!
An international cosmetics company has come out publicly against a proposal for the seabed mining that Minister Simon Bridges has approved. The company has a store in Hardy Street here in Nelson, so Graham O'Brien went to Lush Cosmetics to speak with store manager Shelley about why such a business as Lush has decided that this is an important issue for them to put their corporate weight behind.
Shelley, thanks for talking to us this morning. We're just wondering, why is Lush, a company that sells handmade cosmetics, getting in behind the anti-seabed mining protests?
Lush are long-time activists for environmental, humanitarian and animal welfare issues. We're proud to be pioneers of all these issues in sustainable business. In the cosmetics industry, we work alongside small grassroots organisations to help promote change and inspire social awareness. We work with community-based groups. Chasm, our one that we're doing for charity at the moment, so they have stopped 2 applications for seabed mining going through in the last year.
What is Lush doing to support the protest against seabed mining?
So Lush are partnering up with Chasm, which is Kiwis Against Seabed Mining. This is a non-profit organisation. They have stopped 2 applications for seabed mining in the past year through just hard work and dedication. They work with communities and coastal people to bring awareness to what current and up-and-coming applications that are going through. Our oceans are such a biodiverse, essential part, and they're so under threat from seabed mining. So we are just trying to talk to the government and say, is it worth it? Are these risks known? Nowhere in the world has a scale of mining being practiced. So should our marine life and environment off the coast of New Zealand be the test for these operations?
Shelley, thanks very much, and thanks on behalf of the community for the work that you and your company's doing to help protect New Zealand's seabed.
Awesome. Come and sign our petition, which is in store until Wednesday. Cool.
Look out, a WOW fundraiser extravaganza is about to hit town in an effort to help a Golden Bay designer fight her cancer battle. This event is gathering momentum with amazing costumes, props and memorabilia being gathered to sell to the public. Former Supreme and youngest WOW winner, designer Claire Prebble, is fighting a metastasised melanoma and last week flew to Germany to begin an extensive, expensive treatment not offered here in New Zealand. Up until recently, 29-year-old Claire, who grew up in Golden Bay, had been working for Weta Workshop in Wellington as head of costume design until she became unwell. A Give a Little fundraiser was set up for Claire to help raise funds for her treatment, and donations have been coming in thick and fast, so far raising over $89,000 since it was created on the 24th of March this year. I went to WOW this week to speak to Leonie Trathan about this generous offer and to see what sorts of items they are putting up for sale to help towards funding Claire's treatment and recuperation. Also to find out where and when the sale is all taking place. What a fabulous fundraiser and for a great cause. Now, what have we got here?
Oh, what haven't we got? We've got animal costumes, we've got lizards, we've got spotty dotties, we've got leaves, we've got card characters, we've got UV creations, and then look, got some beautiful children's garments. You could be a white puffball, you could be anything, a gingham girl, you could be a silver table waiter, or you could just be wearing like yourself this beautiful zebra hat.
That's right. Well, I actually thought it'd make a great motorbike helmet, actually.
I don't think the police would think so, but hey, you know, who knows?
Look, these are fantastic. I'm amazed at the amount of effort and time that's gone into this production. I mean, this is how many years?
We've got 28 years worth of character costumes. This is not all of them. This is just part of the ones that we are releasing. And we thought, well, what better cause could it go to? So Claire Prebble is going to be, she's so excited by this. She was really rapt and really honoured. Yeah. And we're just so happy that we can do something to help such an amazing lady.
Now, okay, so we have these, is it an auction or is it just a sale?
No, not an auction, it's a sale. We're going to price things. So we'll have a rack of samples out and then behind the counter we'll have bags and bags of more of the same. So we're willing to bargain, we're willing to barter with you, but this is a good cause, so, you know, be prepared to pay as well. But no, we'll have things from 50 cents all the way through. But then not only that, we're going to have a special offer for the Nelson people, for local people coming into the museum, where they're, instead of paying $24, we'll have it $15 for locals if they can prove a local address, and $10 of that is going towards Claire's charity as well.
Now that's really generous.
Yeah.
Now I'm amazed. This is, now tell me, when is this happening? What time should people be here? Will there be queues? What are you expecting?
Oh, I hope there's queues. I hope there's hundreds of people. Yeah, it's this Saturday, 18th of April. If it's raining, we'll be doing it on Sunday, and it's 10 till 4.
Right. Okay.
Cash
and it's
only too. Bring your cash.
Right.
No FPOS.
Okay. And so it's here at WOW.
Here at WOW in the car park. So yes, come on out to the car park out the front, and we've got a container coming tomorrow with a rocket ship. I mean, who wouldn't want a rocket ship?
I'm sure there's plenty of young adults and that would love to have that,
well, you'll
or
fit
children.
your whole family because it's big. We are emptying many containers full of props. So
right.
there's so much stuff we're going to have, not just character costumes, many props, and also flags, memorabilia, lots of things.
Right. So this is an opportunity for everyone to get to own a bit of WOW.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, we've never ever done this before, never. So yeah, what a great opportunity.
Wow, goodness. So how many items do you think are going to be up for sale? Any idea?
Well over 1,000. Well over 1,000. Because some of these sets might have, one costume might have 16 other sets in that costume. More of the same. Because we are dressing dancers, so we have a whole team of dancers. So some might be one costume, but then there might be 15 of the same. And who doesn't want a piece of WOW in their fancy dress wardrobe?
I think I found my bit.
You have, yes. For you, $5.
Oh, that's very generous. Couldn't make it for that. Last week we saw what has now become the end of the golden weather, with rain hitting the region from Friday through to Monday, along with a cold snap that has blown in from the south, leaving some Southland areas having their first snowfall. Arthur's Pass had predicted snowfall for Monday, with a warning out for drivers to take extra care after snow was expected in higher parts of the road in the evening from 6 p.m. to midnight, with an estimated 2 to 5 centimetres of snow predicted to accumulate, especially above the 700 metre mark. The weather for the Nelson Tasman area from Tuesday should be fine for most of the week through to Thursday. However, temperatures are predicted to go from a low 3 degrees on Monday morning through to a peak high of 19 degrees by Thursday. However, be prepared with your raincoat and wellies for more rain to arrive in time for Friday. In February, we ran a story on Motueka blues musician Ralph Bennett Eads as he prepared to say goodbye to his family, friends and fans after discovering he had a terminal illness early this year. Ralph had songs recorded for what was to be his last ever album, Sleeping Gypsy, and a fundraiser on Pledge Me had been set up to help him complete the production work required for his project before he was set to meet his maker. Proceeds for the album over and above production costs were to be put in trust for his daughter Gracie. Ralph passed away late last month, and we'll leave you now with a tribute paid to Ralph put together by the latest album's producer, Phil Davidson.
Watch the sunsets, watch the moon rise, lift out of the ocean, island at its side. The wind had dropped, the sea was calm, I waded in and then I swam, bathing in a paint box of oranges on sea, moon above the island, sleeping gypsy, sleeping gypsy. Listen to the ocean, drift away in dreams, solitary and singular, salt upon the skin, to savor and to nurture, to quench the soul within. Ba-da-ba-do-day, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-ba-ba-day, ba-da-ba-do-day, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-ba-ba-day. Solitary and singular, salt upon the skin, to savor and to nurture, to quench the soul within. Watch the sunset, watch the moon rise, lift out of the ocean, island at its side. The wind had dropped, the sea was calm, I waded in and then I swam, bathing in a paint box of oranges on sea, Moon above the island, sleeping gypsy. Sleeping gypsy. Sleeping gypsy.
After the break, we'll bring you the latest weather update and some events and happenings coming up from around the region.
I'm Francis from Nelson Auto Glass. We repair all auto glass, stone chips, windscreen replacements, scratch removal.
If you have an auto glass issue, our team will sort it.
Nelson Auto Glass Specialists, 84 Vanguard Street, Nelson.
Hi everyone, I'm Malcolm Harris from The Facilitators. We now look after sales for mainland TV, radio, Sky and online. New Zealand On Air's latest Colmar Brunton survey confirms mainland's large multimedia audience. If you're in business or want to put a message out to everyone in the Nelson Tasman region, plus nationwide on Sky or worldwide online, please give me a call or see our website at www.mainlandtv.nz.
.1 The Shed.
Discover the Belgrove Tavern just 20 minutes south of Richmond on State Highway 6. A restaurant, functions, weddings, barbecue, garden bar with lots of room for kids. Come in, see us.
We're the team at JCar, right here in Nelson, 120 Hardy Street. Our shop is full of electronic items,
including security alarm systems, electronic components,
solar and power,
electronics, toys,
sound systems, cables and much, much more.
JCar, 120 Hardy Street, Nelson.
The Mai Tai quiz is set on the new section of the Mai Tai Walkway, and you can do it as a fun Easter holiday activity with the whole family and be in to win a prize by matching the native plants to the numbered locations.
This runs through till the 17th of April. For more information, please go to the link below.
On behalf of the team here at Mainland Television News, thank you for joining us, and we'll bring you the latest news and events from around the region again tomorrow.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.
G'day, it's your old mate the Mad Butcher, and you're watching Mainland TV.
Hi, my name's Ian Mortimer. Mortimer Auto Upholstery is your one-stop shop for all your upholstery needs. We do car and boat interiors, boat canopies, ute tonneau covers, canvas and PVC fabrication. Call in and see us in Oxford Mews, 72 Oxford Street, Richmond.
Social networking is all the rage on the internet, and millions of people all over the world visit one of the many social media sites every day, like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. A new social network that allows you to get paid for posting pictures. This platform brings e-commerce and social media together in one place and makes it possible to make money by sharing your content online. The system is very simple to use, whether you log into the website or use the mobile app. How does it work? The website works very much like any other social media with a twist. You can earn money from the content you share. You can increase the opportunity of making additional income by connecting your other social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All you need to do is learn 3 simple steps. Snap it, tag it, and share it. Sign up today, http://kiwi1.igrowtour.com.
Are you looking for a scooter, walker, wheelchair, baby seats or pushchairs? Then come in and see the Nelson Region Specialist at Mobility for You, 269 Queen Street, Richmond, opposite the library. We have a huge selection of scooters, walkers, wheelchairs and accessories, along with a free booklet guide. We also provide a breakdown service if you ever get a puncture or a flat battery. We have fully equipped service vans to rescue you. Hi, I'm Robin Jordan, and I invite you to call in and see the friendly team at Mobility for You, 269 Queen Street, Richmond, opposite the library.
World War I was a defining period in our history, impacting greatly on the lives of people from the Nelson province. Memories of the First World War is an exhibition which will be displayed in a number of regional venues and is currently on at the Nelson Provincial Museum.
Hi, I'm John McMillan at the Nelson Power Tool Centre. We have great prices on all the top quality brands of power tool. Tools and equipment at our showroom, 146 Tahunanui Drive in Nelson. The Nelson Power Tool Centre, the specialists that stand behind and service what we sell.
Why would you want to pay as much as $1,000 for a single bed mattress when you can buy a high quality locally made mattress like this for as little as $220? And a queen size mattress could cost you in excess of $3,000, but at Nelson Beds you could have a mattress like this as low as $425. So why would you go out and spend a fortune on your child's bedroom when you can come to Nelson Beds and buy a complete single mattress and base set, a 7-drawer Scotch chest, a headboard and a 3-drawer bedside cabinet for as little as $979? So call and discuss our custom manufacturing options and local after sales service at Nelson Beds, Nelson's only bedding manufacturer.
Nelson Tire Center, great prices, great service. Buy your own Bryford trailer, all types, all sizes. See Colin Douglas for your tires and batteries.
Hi, my name's Ian Mortimer. Mortimer Auto Upholstery is your one-stop shop for all your upholstery needs. We do car and boat interiors, boat canopies, ute tonneau covers, canvas and PVC fabrication. Call in and see us in Oxford Mews, 72 Oxford Street, Richmond.
Rats, stoats and possums are killing our native birds and reptiles. You can stop this tragedy.
The Brookway Marama Sanctuary is building a pest-proof fence which will allow native wildlife to flourish and spread into our lives.
Help us preserve our native wildlife.
Your support is needed now. You can personally or as a group sponsor a fence post for as little as $100, including the legacy of a personalised plaque.
Go to thebrooksanctuary.org or give us a call.
And be part of this exciting community project.
The Brookway Marama Sanctuary, returning nature to the Nelson region.
You can't touch this. You can't touch this.
Tune in to Sunshine Radio, 87.8 and 107.5 FM.
Music hits so hard, can't touch this.